Hi everyone, my name is Marissa and welcome to the MoveMore YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today. We're about to get on our yoga mats and work on stretching our hips and our legs. So let's turn some music on and let's get going. Okay. All right, everyone. So let's begin on our mats, and we're going to start facing each other. Okay. There we go. All right, again. Welcome. My name is Marissa, and we are about to begin our nice yoga class. Thanks for joining the MoveMore YouTube channel. Let's begin. So I'm going to start with my feet hip width apart. My toes are going to be spread. My knees are going to be slightly bent. And my hips are going to begin to turn under, pulling my belly button in. And let's just pause here for a moment. Today's class is going to be just a little different than what I normally do. I usually am really big into flow classes. It's just how I like to practice. But I want to try something new with you guys. So we're going to move through a series of poses, and we're going to hold each pose through a series of breaths. Not a long time, just more than normal. So let's begin. We're starting here in mountain pose. Draw the shoulders down. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to keep our class today in through the nose and out through the nose. Keep going on your own. Just feeling the body relax. You're welcome to close your eyes at this point if you'd like. Start to feel the face and the shoulders. Down to the core. Just relax a little bit more with each exhale. Nice job. From here, on your next inhale, let's take the arms overhead, drawing up with the palms facing up. And we'll have our palms facing each other, but shoulder width apart. Just pause here. Find your breath. With each exhale, draw the shoulders down, away from the ears. Shelly in the house. Hey, Mom. Keep holding that pose. Find the breath. You should be moving through 3 to 4 breaths per pose. And on your next inhale, let's draw the palms together. Keeping the core tight, keeping the belly button pulled back. On our exhale, we're going to lean to one side. Keeping the palms together, keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. On your next inhale, let's come up to center. And exhale, reverse. Keep the chest lifted, tailbone tucked under. And just continue to find your breath, nice and slow. In through the nose and out through the nose. On your next inhale, let's draw the palms back to center. And exhale, just rain everything back down to the side. Let that blood flow back in the fingertips. And let's just roll the shoulders back. And reverse the roll. All right, from here, let's spread our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. And we're gonna turn our toes and our knees out. So again, wider than the hips. And what we're wanting to focus on is we are about to bend the knees. And when we bend the knees, I want my knees to be over my ankles. Or less than, just don't have it going over. So let's take a deep breath in, draw the arms up. On our exhale, bending the knees, drawing the elbows down, fingertips up to the ceiling. Pull that core in tight, tuck the tailbone, find your breath. Now you might feel your legs shaking. Again, don't feel pain. If you're feeling pain, lessen out of the length you're down. But you should feel a little bit of uncomfortableness here, and that's okay. On your next inhale, we're going to extend the legs, and I'm going to draw my arms forward. And then I'm going to draw my knees bent again, and I'm going to bring my fingertips to the front of my legs, right by my knees, and rest my palms. And I'm slowly going to lower my head over and just start to gently push on the knees, opening the hips. And again, find what feels good to you. Good. Let's stand everything up. Reach the arms up. Okay, we're going to go back to that pose. Bend the knees, draw the hands, fingertips forward. But now we're going to twist, and I'm going to draw my right shoulder to the center. And we're just lowering and twisting at the same time. Very good. And then let's reverse the twist. If you want to come up a little bit, let those hips relax for a moment. Let's go back to the other side. Draw the left shoulder forward. Fingertips still in the front. Just a gentle twist. Great job. From here, we're going to move into our 5-point star pose. So let's draw both of the toes to the front, parallel with each other, and let's draw our arms up and out. Hey, Paul, I see your comment. Yeah, we can get some bicycle poses in today, definitely. Draw the palms down, shoulders down. You should be pushing down with the arms, but lifting up with the hips and the core. Sandwich everything in the middle. Very good. From here, we're going to lean to one side. I'm going to my right side, and I'm going to move into a triangle pose. And as I get there, I'm going to turn my right toe out. So if I'm leaning to the right, my right toe is going to face the short side of the mat. And I'm just going to begin to reach to the ground. You can draw that palm behind the calf. Make sure our balance is good. Really squeeze the core. I know holding that for a few breaths is a challenge, but we've got this. On your next exhale, let's turn the nose to the knee and lower both hands to the floor. And just relax the chin into the chest. All right, so from here we're going to move into a crescent pose. So I'm going to turn that back heel off the ground, and I'm going to begin to lower that knee. So my left knee is going to the ground. My right knee is on top of the right ankle. I'm going to turn the back toe under, and when I feel good and ready, let's lift the palms up. Pull the belly away from the thigh, but we still want to hinge in that left hip. So there's a lot going on right here. You can do it. Take a deep breath in. When we exhale, I'm going to lower my right arm and I'm going to reach it back. And just twisting, a gentle twist, keep the core tight. I'm taking my focus over towards the right. Awesome. Bring both arms up to center on your next inhale. And when you exhale, let's lower the left. And we're going to open the chest towards me. Reach that left hand to the back of the thigh. And take that focus to the left. Awesome job. Let's lean everything over to that right leg. And I'm going to turn that back toe under, lift the knee off of the ground. And from here, I'm going to begin to walk myself to face the front. And then I'm going to eventually lower my hip over that right ankle. So my right ankle and heel come off of the ground. My left foot is flexed. Let's feel a nice, good stretch in that hamstring. Nice and slow. Okay, from here I'm going to shift my weight to the center and I'm going to straighten both of my legs. Get out of that weird pose for a moment and just hang heavy. You can rock side to side if you would like. Okay, now we're going to drop our hips to the left side. So the left heel has come off of the ground. My right toe is now at a flex. Nice and gentle stretch. And our hands can be however we feel good. If we want to split that left leg, if we need to bring everything into the center, just find what feels really good to you, and that way you can feel really sturdy and balanced. All right. We're going to move back into the low lunge on the opposite leg now. So now I'm shifting all of my weight onto the left leg. I'm dropping my right knee to the floor. And just take a moment to adjust yourself. Move that left foot forward so the left knee can be on top of the left ankle. The right toe and the right knee are tucked down. And when we feel nice and ready, lift the arms up nice and slow. Again, belly away from the thigh, but make sure we're leaning into this right hip a little bit. Woo. Keep finding the breath in through the nose, out through the nose. On your next exhale, we'll lower the left arm down, reaching the left arm behind you. Take your focus to the left. And let's bring both arms back to center on the inhale. And when we exhale, lower the right arm down towards the calf or the thigh. Eventually, you should be able to stretch all the way back. Get a good arch in the back. If you're not quite there, arm on the thigh is good. Very awesome. All right, take both arms down to the ground. From here, I'm going to turn that back toe, turn the back knee, and we're going to move into that triangle, the closed off triangle pose. So both of my toes, my left toe is the short side of the mat. My right toe is turned out with my right heel on the ground. And I'm just leaning over my left leg, drawing my nose into the knee. All right, from here, we're moving into our triangle pose. If you need to lift yourself up, go ahead. And we're going to open the right arm out to the ceiling and reach the left arm towards the ground. Use that core, really hold yourself up. It takes a lot of work to be in this pose. Keep breathing. All right, we're going to bring everything up, coming back to that 5-star pose. So both of the toes facing forward, arms pressed down, shoulders down and back. Find your breath. Come back. Feel the burn. You should feel arms getting a little heavier On your next inhale, let's take both arms overhead. Then on the exhale, let's forward fold, keeping the wide legs. And just let the body hang heavy for a moment. And slowly, we're going to begin to heel toe the feet in together. Take your time. Pause in between each transition. Just let those muscles feel something new. You don't often stand with your toes facing in or out, so take advantage. And eventually come back to your heels and your feet being hip width apart. And just hang heavy. On your next inhale, take your hands to the cat or the shins, and we're going to lift halfway. We're going to hold this halfway pose for a moment, so enjoy it. Lengthen the spine, really draw the shoulders back. Use the shins to kind of help you push and lengthen the spine. So if we're facing this way, you can see one long line from the tailbone all the way up. Next exhale, it's forward fold. Draw the nose into the knees. Bend the knees just a little bit. And on your inhale, begin to roll it up nice and slow. And on your next inhale, let's take the arms up overhead. And exhale, draw them down. Let's pause here for a moment, just feeling the weight of the shoulders starting to come down a little bit, starting to relax and lengthen. Find your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's inhale, take the arms up overhead. And from here, I'm going to turn and face the short side of my mat, as we are about to lay or sit down on our ground or on our bottoms. So deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. And from here, I'm going to tuck my hips and draw my hips towards my heels. And just tuck yourself into a small ball. And from here, we're going to just rock ourselves back. And we're going to extend our legs out in front of us and move into stack pose. So, let's just sit up nice and tall. Let's roll the ankles. And reverse the roll. And flex the toes. And point. And flex. And point. And from here, let's sit up tall, flex the feet, take a deep breath in. And when we exhale, we're going to slowly begin to just tiptoe the fingers forward. Just slowly begin to round the spine and draw the nose to the knees. With each exhale, try to walk just a little bit more. Trying to lay your belly over your thighs. And slowly begin to roll it up. Let's extend the right knee and let's pick it up over the left knee if you would like. If you want to keep it just to the inside, that's perfectly fine. We're going to give it a nice gentle twist here. So I'm taking my left arm and I'm reaching it to the outside of my right leg and I'm twisting to my right. My left leg is flexed. Just a gentle twist in the spine towards the right. And you can take your focus over the right shoulder. everything back to center and get ready to reverse. Drawing the left knee bent, pick the right arm up, crossing it over to the outside of the left leg, and begin twisting to the left. Awesome. From here, come back to the front. We're going to draw both of the heels and the balls of the feet together, and we'll go into a bound angle pose. And just draw the feet wherever you're comfortable. I sometimes just feel in different moods depending on how flexible my hips are feeling. Today I'm feeling a little tight, so my legs are a little bit spaced far, and that is a-okay. And let's start with just giving ourselves a little love, a little foot massage, just a gentle rub. If you don't like touching your feet, rub your ankles, but just give yourself a little bit of love. You are here trying to get ready to move more. And I'm so grateful you're doing that. Just show yourself a little more love and give yourself a little foot rub. Now just squeeze your foot and release, and squeeze and release, and squeeze. Good. Let's take our hands to the ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in. And when we exhale, we're going to keep our back straight, and we're slowly bending the elbows, lowering the chest towards the ground. And once my elbows are bent enough, I can slowly begin to push the elbows onto the thighs. And just giving a gentle tug. And let's just draw the chin into the chest, collapse everything over, and we'll pause here. If you feel like your hips are nice and relaxed and you want to walk your hands forward, go ahead. Let's walk both of our hands to the left side, just reaching that right arm a little bit more. Make sure you're keeping both hips on the ground. And let's slowly reverse. And reaching both hands to the right. Again, both sits bones stay on the ground. Good, and come back to center. And then slowly walk yourself back up. And let's draw the knees in together. And just wrap your arms around your legs and draw your forehead into your arms. And let's pause here while we're tucked into a nice ball. And from here, we're going to rock ourselves back, and we're going to lift our feet off of the ground and just hold yourself wherever you need to. We're going to start to work the core just a little bit. Let's keep the knees pulled tight, and let's drop down to the back, draw the knees into the chest, and relax the head down. Alright, so we can do two things. I have a request for an inverted bicycle. So if we're not feeling like doing an inversion today, what we're going to do is we're going to take our arms to our head, and from here we're just going to rotate one leg at a time. So I'm going to extend one leg and reach my elbow to the opposite knee. And I'm just going to switch it with each breath. Okay, so that's your first option. If you would like to take it into an inversion, from here we're just going to lift our feet up to the ground or up to the sky. So reaching my hands behind my hips, walking my hands behind the hips, lifting the hips up, and let's start with our toes towards the ceiling. And from here we can do our own bicycle poses and bend the knees and switch and switch. Keep the toes close to the knee and try to get the base leg back up to the ceiling. Good. And if you want to finish in plow pose, drop the legs over. Or if you were on your back, let's just drop your feet to the floor. If you're in plow, go ahead and lower down. Nice and slow. And let's everyone meet with our feet flat on the floor with our knees up to the ceiling. And let's have our feet hip width apart. And let's just rock from side to side. Let's place our arms wherever feels good. I like mine just wide out to my side with my palms up. Let's focus on drawing the shoulders down and back. Bring the shoulder blades together. On your next exhale, let's let both of the knees fall to one side. So both of my knees are dropping to the right. My feet are still hip width apart. And let's bring the knees to center. And on the exhale, reversing, dropping everything to the left. Bring everything back to center. Let's draw the knees into the chest one more time. Use the hands to hold the knees in nice and steady. Let's draw the chin into the chest. Make yourself as small as you can. And on your next exhale, let's finish everything, unwinding it down. And we'll finish our class today in Savasana. Draw the shoulders down and back, palms facing up. Just finish class today finding the breath. It's all you have to worry about in this last few moments is just you and your breath. Try to take a scan down the body, feeling everything fall in just a little bit deeper state of relaxation. I'll walk you through it, starting at the crown of your head. I first come onto our forehead and our eyebrows. Let them fall and relax. Feel the ears and the jaw and the chin and the tongue start to relax. Feel the neck and the top of the shoulders start to ease. Moving down your arms into your elbows, and your wrist and your fingers are completely still. Moving back up and through the armpits, down the ribs. With each exhale, you feel the body relax just a little bit more. Feel the hips and the thighs fully relaxed. Your knees and the calves and the ankles and the toes fall. And just be completely still. And then take 3 more nice slow breaths. Let them be the biggest ones you've taken all day. In through the nose. And out through the nose. 2 more. Keep getting bigger and bigger each time. Last one. And slowly begin to move the toes and the fingers. Move the ankles and the wrists, elbows and knees. Moving into the hips and the shoulders. Whenever you feel ready, you can roll to one side and push yourself up to an upright position. And guys, thank you so much for joining me. Mwah! I had such a great time today. I hope you all did as well. Please check out the YouTube channel and find all other kind of videos to follow along just like this. Y'all are the best.